welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I've got my crock pot out and we are making pumpkin chili. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Welcome, come on in, make yourself comfortable. Over here on this channel, I'll spend a lot of time in the kitchen, so if you like easy recipes, cooking for one, small appliances, I basically eat out of my rice cooker, my air fryer, my crock pot, like 90% of the time. So if you like that kind of stuff, be sure to hit subscribe. Today we are at it with another great fall recipe. Honestly, you can make things out of pumpkin any time of year. It doesn't have to be fall. So if you're watching this in the future, it's fine, you can make this. However, you guys know I'm a budget queen, and this time of year you can always get pumpkin for the best deal. I have found it pretty much the cheapest I found at Walmart, had it for 99 cents a can. So I loaded up and I've been making all sorts of things with pumpkin. And this pumpkin chili, guys, chef's kiss. It's so good. The addition of pumpkin into a chili, it ups our fiber content a lot, which we love, but it also makes this great, like rich, velvety texture. You're gonna love it. Of course, I will leave the ingredient list down below for you to check out. With that, let's get going on this recipe. Our ingredient list is quite simple and several of the ingredients are shelf stable, which is even better. We have 2 cans of diced tomatoes, 2 cans of pure pumpkin. Make sure it's pumpkin and not pumpkin pie filling or you'll be sad. We've also got a can of chili beans, which are red beans in a chili sauce. We have some chicken broth. I used my own, but you know, use a can of chicken broth from the store, it's fine. We also have some turkey. If you want to make this vegetarian, skip the turkey and add an extra can of beans. You could also use ground beef if that is more your style, or whatever you have. Ground venison would be really good, or maybe even some ground pork or pork sausage. Use the meat of your choice. I like turkey. We also have, in the way of spices, we have some smoked paprika, some chili powder, salt and pepper. We also have minced garlic, a green pepper, and an onion. Over here we have some cilantro and half. I know, half and half in chili. We're gonna make it creamy, but this is optional, so I've put it to the side. These are the optional bits. Watch the video, hear me out. I think I can convert you to a creamy chili. You should give it a go. Anyway, let's start. The first thing I'm going to do is brown up my ground turkey. I love ground turkey as an alternative to beef because it's usually cheaper. And what I like to do is I like to buy the big containers of it at Aldi. Every once in a while, I'll get one of those red stickers, the 30 or the 50% off, and then I buy all of it, and then I portion it out into 1 pound portions, and then I vacuum seal it, and I throw it in the freezer. This is actually almost a year old. I packed this up on the 5th of December of last year, and since we have a nice, excellent deep freezer, it's good. All right, our meat is browned. We're good to go. Now, the only other prep really involved is dicing up this green pepper and this onion, and then everything else we're just gonna dump and go. So a little bit of prep, not exactly a dump and go recipe, but mostly. All right, time to assemble. You are going to need a larger crock pot for this. You could cut this recipe in half if you wanted to. However, today I'm trying to make a big old pot. It's gonna feed me and my family today. We'll have leftovers tomorrow, and it's perfect. All right, we're gonna start with both cans of our pumpkin puree. To this, we are going to add our chili beans. If you don't like these types of beans, I've used all different types of beans in chili before. I like a chili bean just because it already has a little bit of flavor in it, but white beans also work well too. So like a Great Northern bean would be good. And because it's got that sauce in there, you don't want to drain these. The whole thing goes in. Now we're going to do our tomatoes, which I was excited to find these also on sale today at Aldi for only 91 cents a can. So that was a good deal. Now for the chicken broth, which is actually smoked chicken broth. I made this myself. And it is just like a standard pint or like a can. Obviously use whatever broth you have available to you, or in a pinch, use water. It's not a big deal. My husband, he likes to smoke chickens. He likes to smoke meat generally. But we smoked a chicken and then I made my own broth out of it. So it's like a little bit smoky, which is like even better. Next, we're going to put in a tablespoon of minced garlic, or jarlic as we refer to this kind in my house, because it's way easier than chopping up your own garlic. Next, I've got a teaspoon of salt, which I know feels like a lot, but this is a lot of chili. I'm also gonna do half a teaspoon of pepper. If you want a spicier chili, you can go ahead and put a little cayenne in there. However, I do want my children to eat this, so I'm not going to do that. And that, I think, is a common misconception with chili powder. People believe that chili powder is like wildly spicy, and it is not, okay? It's mostly like quite savory. It's got like this roasted peppery flavor, like pepper as in the plant, like the vegetable pepper, not like black pepper. So people, I think, are afraid to use a lot of chili powder because they think it's gonna be really spicy, but it's cayenne that really is spicy, not chili powder. So I have a whole tablespoon that's going in. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of this smoked paprika. That will just also up the smokiness factor, which will make this more delicious. I give this all a stir before I add the other ingredients. This is going to be a very full crock pot. And of course, because of that pumpkin, this chili is going to be the most beautiful orange color. All right, there we go. Now it's time to set it and forget it. But don't completely forget it. Just forget it for a while. It's funny, this crockpot is so old and has been wiped down so many times that the labels are almost completely gone. But I do know that even though there's no label right there, that is high. So I'm gonna put this on high for like 2 hours. And then we'll come back and we'll see how we're doing. I cannot wait for this to start to heat up because it's gonna smell really good in here. All right, you guys, it's been like 2.5 hours. I went a little over than my 2-hour goal because I had to go get my kids from school, but we're good. I'm pretty sure it probably could go longer than this, I guess, but my veggies are all tender in there. So yeah, on to the next phase, which is the half and half. Controversial for a chili, I know. And if you don't want to make your chili creamy, then don't put the half and half in, it's fine. Normally I would opt for heavy cream, but Aldi was out of heavy cream, so I went with half and half. Now, if you want to make your chili creamy, you have choices. You don't have to use heavy cream, obviously. Use half and half, but also throw a block of cream cheese in there. Let that get all melty. Swirl it in there. That will make it creamy. I also had a thought of maybe like blending up some cottage cheese and putting it in there. That would up the protein. Not that we need to up the protein anymore because honestly, the amount of protein in this is already quite high. Leave me a comment down below. Is this where I'm losing you guys, making it creamy? Let me know. Let me know if this is absolute chili blasphemy to you, but I just find generally I prefer a creamy soup always. Honestly, this chili would be just fine the way it is. Gorgeous, gorgeous chili. But I'm still gonna do this, sorry. And look at how beautiful and orange it is now. I mean, it was orange before, but it's even more orange now. And I'm going to just mix this in, and I'm gonna put the lid back on. I'm gonna leave it for another like 20 minutes just to really incorporate our half and half. And the last ingredient, cilantro. I know, also a polarizing ingredient. I know some people think it tastes like soap. I feel so bad for you if you have that gene, because I love cilantro. It is one of my absolute favorite herbs. Coriander, however you want to call it. I absolutely love it. It's just so fresh and delicious, and it makes so many things extra tasty, including chili. Alrighty. It's been like half an hour. Everything's nice and incorporated and warm. And we are ready to eat a bowl of this. Oh my goodness. Look at that color. Look at all our ingredients. Oh, it's so pretty. I think this would even be really good to serve like on Halloween if you've got little kids and like if you're handing out candy or if you're going trick-or-treating, it's nice to just have something in the crock pot waiting for you. This would be great. Let's eat it. It's so good. This is one that I do make every year. It's meaty. It's full of vegetables. And because of those 2 cans of pumpkin, it's also like full of fiber. This is like a really hearty, filling, and healthy meal. I think maybe it would have been good if I'd have made some cornbread, but I didn't think that far ahead. All right, you guys, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know, short and sweet, but when you're basically dumping everything into a crock pot, the video is gonna be kind of fast. So it really was that easy to make. So I hope you do give it a try if you're someone who likes chili or soup or just general comfort food. This definitely does the trick and I think you'll like it. Of course, leave me a comment, tell me what you thought, and come back for more content like this. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.